What's up everyone? If you clicked on this video, that probably means you're planning a trip to Mexico City, or you're at least interested in some of the things that this beautiful city has to offer. My name's Dylan. I just got back from living in Mexico for over 4 months, and I spent a month of that living in Mexico City, which was probably one of my favorite places that I visited. A few things about Mexico City. It is the oldest city in the Americas. It was once the center of the Aztec Empire. It's got a population of nearly 9 million people, and it is surrounded by mountains sitting at an elevation of 7,300 feet, which is a surprising 2,000 feet higher than Denver, Colorado. So if you come into Mexico City, it might take you a day or two to acclimate to that elevation, but there's plenty to do here. There's a lot of great history. So here is my list of the top 5 things to do when you're in Mexico City. Starting off at number 1, when you're in Mexico City, you have to just walk around and explore all the parks and museums. This is a very green and communal city, and there's always some sort of entertainment going on in the parks. You can go to a park and take salsa lessons, boxing or yoga classes. People are always riding their bikes and walking their dogs throughout the city. And on Sundays, they even close off some of the main streets downtown strictly for bike use. So if you want to rent a bike, it's a great way to see the whole city. One park that you won't be able to miss is Bosque de Chapultepec. It is the largest park in Mexico City, measuring at just under 1,700 acres. It is absolutely massive, and it's also where you're going to find the Mexico City Zoo and several other major museums. And speaking of museums, there are over 150 museums in Mexico City, which is the second most in the world, just behind London. My personal favorite museum was El Castillo de Chapultepec, which is an actual castle, the only royal castle in the Americas that sits on top of a hill overlooking Chapultepec Park. And inside the castle is the Museum of National History, which has a lot of cool exhibits about Mexican and Aztec history. And just a short walk away is the National Museum of Anthropology, which is the most visited museum in all of Mexico. This museum has a lot of really cool artifacts from Mexico's pre-Columbian heritage, including the Aztec calendar, which was cool to see in person. After a long day of walking around and exploring, it's time to fuel up on some local Mexico City street food. You can't go more than 1 block without seeing these massive vertical rotisseries of pork that they shave down for El Pastor tacos. These are my favorite, and you can usually get about 4 tacos for only $2. The food here is not only delicious, but it's also very diverse and extremely affordable. You can easily go an entire day of eating out for every meal for only $10, and you'll be eating really well. My next must-do thing in Mexico City is you have to go check out the canals of Xochimilco and ride the colorful gondolas that they call trajineras. Think Venice, Italy, but with more partying. You can hire a mariachi band and spend the day floating the miles of canals. Xochimilco is a neighborhood about an hour southeast of Mexico City. If you get a good group of friends, this can be the most fun thing you do in Mexico City. And if you're a sports fan, there are plenty of activities for you to do as well. You could head 30 minutes south to Estadio Azteca to check out a soccer game. When I was in town, they hosted the pre-qualifying World Cup match between Mexico and El Salvador. Mexico won, so I'm of course going to be rooting for them in the World Cup this year. And if you're one of those people that thinks soccer's boring, I've got the perfect thing for you. Go to a lucha libre match. These things are so much fun. I went to Arena Mexico, which is located near Roma Norte, and these places get packed. The fans get rowdy, the wrestlers get super into it, and they are jumping off of the high ropes, doing all sorts of acrobatic stunts. And finally, if you can make it out there, go visit the pyramids of Teotihuacan. This is about an hour northeast of downtown Mexico City, and it's the location of the largest ancient Mesoamerican city. Don't let the Egyptians get all the credit here. You can see the pyramid of the sun and the moon, and you can even ride in a hot air balloon over the top of them with mountains surrounding you on all sides. This is a bucket list item for sure. So that concludes my list of must-do things in Mexico City. This place has so much to offer, so let me know if I missed anything or where I should go next. This is the first time I've made a video like this, so if it was helpful, give it a like or subscribe. I'm just looking forward to more traveling and putting out some more videos like this in the future.